this ride.
Into the whole timeline and the process here that we normally wouldn't see in an argument over a special master.
This is really the first time that the Department of Justice has written extensively since the warrant was executed. Everything that's been released until this point has been the warrant itself, the redacted affidavit. This is DOJ telling us now what they found. And if we can put the picture up again, just so people see how the FBI laid out the documents on the floor so people could see in this photo. This was an appendix to this filing right here. Ellie, first just give us your top line about this release.
It's DOJ strikes back. Clearly, DOJ had something on their minds, something was bugging them, and they used this filing to unload all of that. We see now, by the way, why they asked for a double long filing. The first thing that I think you take out of this filing is that forget about these questions about whether DOJ acted too rashly, too suddenly when they executed the search warrant. They had no choice. I mean, Kara just laid out the extent of the timeline and how long they were misled and lied to by Trump's attorneys, how many chances they gave Trump's attorneys to just hand over the documents to archives by a subpoena. They had to do this search warrant. They really had no choice.
Much later.
Not declassified the way members of Trump's legal team has said he has done in order to say that there's nothing to see here.
And even demanding the special master, asking for the special master was somewhat late in the game, was it not?
It was late in the game. In fact, the Justice Department took pains to point out other cases where a special master had been requested the very day the FBI search had occurred. And so they say there's just no point now to appoint a special master because they've gone through the documents. They say they're not even his. They're government records. They're not Trump's documents. So a special master, they say, would be unnecessary. And Deirdre, really, they also say that there's nothing to preclude executive privilege materials from their investigation in the first place. So there's really no point.
All right, hold that thought, Aaron. David, as we just heard, the DOJ alleging obstructive conduct by Trump's legal team in efforts to retrieve these classified records. So it seems like the DOJ has all of this evidence. What kinds of charges can we expect and by when?
"15 minutes later."
We began this hour with the latest fallout from the FBI's execution of a search warrant at former President Trump's Mar-a-Lago home.
That's right. Justice Department officials say government documents were, quote, likely concealed and removed from a storage closet in an effort to obstruct their investigation into the former president. The new details were released in a court filing on Wednesday. The Justice Department included this photo of documents. The files, as you can see, are clearly marked secret and top secret. CBS News Chief National Affairs and Justice Correspondent Jeff Pegues joins us now for more on this. Jeff, welcome. Great to see you. Well, you know, the old adage, a picture is worth 1,000 words. That picture certainly told a telling story. Jeff, but what are the key takeaways from the DOJ's Tuesday night filing, and what does it tell us about where this investigation is heading?
Yeah, I hope we can see that image again because it is important. The fact that the Department of Justice put that image out says a lot about where this investigation is going as the Department of Justice beats back accusations that this is government overreach. I mean, you can see clearly that those documents, some of them labeled top secret. And this is what the government was going after, concerned that people within Mar-a-Lago were trying to hide some of these documents from federal law enforcement who had been asking for Trump types and the former president to turn over these documents. And that's why you had the search of Mar-a-Lago. According to the Department of Justice in this filing, there was concern that either the president himself or people...
Now I agree with Rush. I'm too stupid to make up my own mind.
Well, good afternoon and welcome to Meet the Press Now. I'm Chuck Todd. In the last 24 hours, Donald Trump's legal troubles have gone from bad to worse as the Justice Department outlined what it found at Mar-a-Lago, as well as efforts by the former president and his lawyers to prevent federal agents from getting those documents. In a filing just before midnight last night, the Justice Department stated that it seized more than 100 classified documents from Mar-a-Lago earlier this month, August 8th, and that some of those documents were so sensitive and classified that the FBI agents and justice attorneys that were there, they actually had to go get additional security clearances simply to review them and then remove them. The filing also stated that Mr. Trump and his team likely concealed and removed documents before the FBI search. And in an effort to bolster its claims, the Justice Department also included this photo of what appears to be various classified documents. It says,
"This is how legends are born."